Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and you are watching my brand new Let's Play of Stellaris. Now, it's been a while since I've uploaded anything to my YouTube channel, so probably a lot of people have gone away at this point due to the drought of content. But if you have indeed chosen to stick around regardless of that, then I thank you very much. I really appreciate that. If you're wondering as to why there was a drought of content, the long and short of it was I was just having some difficulties with being able to upload and get stuff going live in a timely manner. And the whole thing was very frustrating to me, so I took a break. That break lasted for several months, but I think I can get back into doing uploads now, properly. And so, unfortunately, I don't currently have access to any of the footage or files from the series that I was running or getting ready to start running as I was last doing content, which was around the September or October time, I think. Something like that. Don't actually remember, but yeah. I don't have access to those materials at present, and I'll eventually get access to them again. I'm not going to go into details, but it's a little bit of a minor hard drive issue. It's the long and short of it. As a result, I decided that for the time being, the easiest thing to do is to start a new series, and I figured Stellaris would be my best bet for a new series, because I did actually attempt a Stellaris playthrough one time before on the channel. It ended up having to be torpedoed because of an issue with my hard drive getting a virus and me having to reinstall everything from scratch back on my old computer. But I really like Stellaris. It is, in fact, as of this moment, my second most played game of all time, at just about 910 hours. My most played game of all time, if you're curious, is Final Fantasy XIV at over 1,300 hours, which is a slightly terrifying amount of time to have spent on one single game, even if it is an MMO. And at this point, Stellaris is either my favorite or second favorite Paradox game in its vanilla form. I say vanilla form because Hearts of Iron 4, if we include the Kaiserreich mod, will definitely edge it out. But yes, I am very fond of this game. Though I'm not a min-maxer or anything, I enjoy more of the emergent stories and seeing how things will unfold over time than anything else. And so, we're going to be starting a new game, but because big Paradox updates tend to break save games, and I wanted to be able to continue this until it finishes, even if that means rolling things back a bunch for that purpose, I've decided that I'm going to be playing this on vanilla. I don't generally use many mods for Stellaris. It's a rare one when it comes to Paradox games because I don't mod it much. I just don't. There are some mods I like to use, but they're mostly visual things. Tweaks to the user interface, graphical stuff to make certain systems look nicer, that sort of thing. I don't tend to use major system overhauls, and the setup that I have for mods that I most use, there's like 5 or 6 mods, and it's basically what I describe as Vanilla Plus. It's the vanilla game, just with a few tweaks and enhancements that make parts of it better, in my opinion. That's the long and short of it, anyways. In any case, it's time to start a new game. And I've already created my empires, it happens, that we're going to be playing as. Yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of pre-made empires. I have a long-term plan in the work of something I want to do, where I want to create basically an entire galaxy's worth of custom empires. Just have them all be humans, and essentially play it like they're breakaway states from my starting empire, with the remnants, right? But that's a long-term thing, and won't be happening anytime soon. And the Dwarven Trade Union here is actually my Trade League empires that I'm running in a stream series I'm doing to relearn how to play Stellaris. That's a little better. And the running gag in that series is space capitalism. I say that a lot in that series, but for this, we are going to be playing as the Unified Solar Republic, who are inward perfectionists, agrarian idyll. So basically, we're playing as pacifists, xenophobic isolationists, mind you. If you've ever managed to find any xenophobic isolationists in game, you'll know what they're like, and we're basically playing as them. And I have a sort of tweaked version of humans that I decided to go with a while back, and I've always kind of stuck by that, which is rapid breeders, deviants, nomadic, wasteful, and strong. That being said, I don't think I want prosperous unification. Let's see if I can't find anything better. One of the mods I had added a few more of these origins, but I want to go with one of the default ones. And just because I think this might be cool. What I'm actually going to do is start us out with the post-apocalyptic civic. Or I would, except we can't have agrarian. Agrarian, idyll with that. No, actually, we're going to do on the shoulders of giants. which is basically we have hidden boons throughout our system as some mysterious benefactor. I've done that particular start once or twice before, and I just feel like it makes things pretty interesting. I'm going with the humanoid ship set, and you will notice that I have chosen the dictatorial ruler position. That's the way we're managing to implement the whole thing with being xenophobic isolationists is the inward perfection thing, which essentially, as it explains it here, a lot of the diplomatic options that are available to most empires we do not have. It also severely limits our abilities to wage war. Cannot use unrestricted wars, cannot have forced subjects, so can't force someone to become our subject via annexation, basically. This is our empire that we're going to be playing this time. And this is going to be interesting, because it'll be my first time doing an actual pacifist run. I'm generally the very aggressive expansionist, conquer/kill everything style of play, which tends to get me reasonably far in a lot of playthroughs. But I've never tried being peaceful, just playing someone who wants to be left alone by the wider galaxy. And I want to give it a shot. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to stick with the default settings for galaxy and everything, though. I'm just going to stick with the default. Though, the only things that I'm pretty sure aren't default are we are in a 1,000 star galaxy. Just because I really enjoy playing on the big galaxies. We're also 4-armed spiral galaxy. Default number of everything. I've turned off advanced neighbors and made Empire Place random, because I don't like starting next to advanced neighbors. I want there to be a little bit of buffer between me and the people next door who could potentially be quite a headache to deal with. Other than those changes, everything's default. And we will be leaving Iron Man mode off. Due to this being a Let's Play, I don't want to play with Iron Man on, because if there are any issues and I end up losing the save file or something, or we have to replay part of it because the game crashed or something, I want to be able to re-record, which I can't do with Iron Man. But enough about that. Let's get the game started. We'll hit play and go. On the shoulders of giants, Ours is a history of oddities and inconsistencies. Found ancient city ruins older than some archaeological excavations of primitive villages. We've unearthed saws, axes, and even rifles, which far predate stone tips and bows. Peculiar history did not, however, prevent us from stepping readily into a futuristic era of space flight. We've now managed to escape the gravity of our home planet, aiming for other planets and bodies in our solar system and beyond. We had scarcely left the atmosphere before the oddities emerged anew, strange signals of alien origin coming from within our solar system. Begin. So yeah, very interesting starting scenario. And if we just open up the galaxy map, you can see that we are in a random starting location. Over on the outer western, I guess, edge of the galaxy, so we're fairly isolated. We're not smack dab in the middle of everything, which, our status as pacifists, is absolutely perfect. Now, there are plenty of things for us to do. First of all, we're going to want to build another science ship and send our current one out to start exploring the galaxy and claiming new systems. We may be isolated, but we want to grab as much territory as we can, nice and fast, so that we have a good economic and industrial base to avoid problems should anything arise. And we have plenty of policies been set. See, we start out isolationist. Our diplomatic stance. We could change to expansionist if we wanted to be able to rapidly snap up some territory easily. And I might just do that. That our war philosophy is limited to defensive wars only. Because we are fanatic pacifists, we cannot declare war. And we can only fight in self-defense, meaning defensive wars is the only option available to us. While we can set subjugation war terms, I believe it's part of our thing, inward perfection, cannot have forced subjects, so we can set terms for that sort of thing, but we can't force nations to become our vassals. Our orbital bombardment is also heavily limited. We can only do selective bombardment, which limits damage done to the civilian infrastructure, but also makes it so that we don't just flatten planets from orbit. A lot of this stuff is pretty par for the course, but we start out with cautious first contact. We can't change that thanks to our ethics. Our borders start closed, so we just want to be left alone by the galaxy as a whole. We could change that to open if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. So these are the default starting stuff. Though I notice we are allowing slavery, which I may have to do something about. And you're probably going to be wondering, what kind of empire are we? As other than the fact that we're fanatically isolationist and are technically a dictatorship, you probably want to know more about the Empire, which I'll have to explain that next time. But I'll leave you with this little teaser. We aren't so much a dictatorship as our leader serves for life. You can basically think of them like president for life. Kind of thing. And that's all you're getting out of me for this time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again for the next episode. We kick things off proper. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to see more like this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. So long for now, everybody.